Little Red Riding Hood.
Once upon a time, there was a very young girl. She was very, very sweet. She lived in a very small village. Everybody in this village called her what? Little Red Riding Hood. Her name sign is... Why did everybody call her Little Red Riding Hood? Well, that's because she always wore a red-colored hood. This hood was a gift from her grandma when she was a baby. One day, Little Red Riding Hood's mom said,
Hey, Red Riding Hood, do you see this basket? Take it to Grandma. Inside there's some bread, butter, some cake, and berries. I hope that this food that we bring her will help ease her stomach pains. Remember, when you're walking through the woods, don't stray from the path. And don't talk to strangers.
Red Riding Hood's grandma lived where? She lived 30 minutes outside the village, through the woods, and there it was, Grandma's house. Red Riding Hood started walking. She walked and walked and walked into the woods. She went to go visit Grandma. She started walking, and the trees, they passed by as she kept going. Out of nowhere, a wolf showed up. Little Red Riding Hood just looked at him. She was not scared. She didn't know that wolves were dangerous. She was very clueless. She was innocent.
Hello, Little Red Riding Hood.
Hello, Wolf.
Where are you going?
I'm going to visit my grandma. She feels sick.
What's in the basket?
I have bread and butter, cake, and some berries. I'm giving it to Grandma.
Where does she live?
Red Riding Hood explained exactly how to get there. She explained that if you start in the village, you have to go 30 minutes through the woods to get to Grandma's house. Little Red Riding Hood and the wolf walked together down the path, side by side the entire time.
Red Riding Hood looked around. She noticed some beautiful flowers in an area around her. She thought, Grandma might feel happy to receive these flowers from me. She remembered that her mom said, when she was walking down the path, don't stray from it and go directly to Grandma's house. But Red Riding Hood didn't listen. Red Riding Hood kept walking through the forest. Trees passed her by as she kept walking down the path. She found an area with flowers, and she picked a few, and she smelt one. It smelled so nice, and then she kept walking. But the wolf, he was sneaky, and he snuck away to Grandma's house.
Hey, Red Riding Hood, look at these beautiful flowers.
The wolf knocked on the door. The wolf changed the way he was signing to match the way Red Riding Hood would sign.
Hello, it's Little Red Riding Hood. I have food for you.
The wolf ate Grandma.
Little Red Riding Hood finally arrived at Grandma's house. She noticed the door was open and got a little suspicious.
The door is open. How suspicious.
Red Riding Hood finally arrived at Grandmother's house. She started walking to the bedroom, but something felt off. Usually in Grandma's house, she feels happy.
Grandma, hello.
Red Riding Hood waited and waited and waited, but no response. Grandma's appearance looked kind of strange.
Grandma, what big eyes you have.
Better to see you with.
What big hands you have.
Better to grab you with.
What big teeth you have.
The wolf ate Red Riding Hood. The wolf was full, and he walked over to the bed and fell asleep. He snored very loudly.
The hunter was walking by the house when all of a sudden he heard this loud snoring. It was a little weird because old ladies should not snore that loud. The hunter was looking in through the window. He was shocked because he saw the wolf. He had been looking for the wolf for such a long time, but finally he found him. The hunter started to shoot. But wait, maybe the old woman is alive inside the wolf. The hunter started cutting the wolf open. He kept cutting and cutting, and then he saw Red Riding Hood. She popped out.
Ah!
The hunter kept cutting and cutting and cutting, and finally he saw Grandma, and she popped right out.
The hunter pushed the wolf. Grandma, Red Riding Hood, and the hunter filled the wolf's stomach with rocks. The three ate cake together. They were happy to know that the wolf wasn't around anymore. Red Riding Hood was never going to go to that path again. She listened more to her mother now.